Hey you guys, what is going on? Today we're going to be doing a Samsung 20 FE, so let's get right into it. What you're going to see first here is just that back glass getting removed. I call it a back glass, but in reality it's more like a back panel. Technician today is going to be Chewy doing this whole repair for you guys today. Simply just a video editor doing a voiceover. With that being said, if you guys like more of this content, let us know down in the comments below. I really do appreciate it. But with that being said, he's doing another checkup, check-in, trying to see everything works. Obviously everything seems to be working pretty good, so wondering why are we doing this repair? That's exactly why we're doing the repair right here. As you can see, there's a hairline crack. Customer probably hates that, doesn't want to see that anymore, and honestly the more tumbles and drops that it's going to get to, it'll make the crack worse, and nobody wants to cut their fingers on glass. So with that being said, Chewy's going to take off a couple of screws here just to make sure that thing will be nice and loose. What you'll see that he's touching right now is that wireless panel charger, or a wireless back charger, whatever you guys want to call it. That is the piece that's connected. Right now Chewy will show us a battery flex cable that's important to disconnect, because if we rip it out, we could damage a part or two. So with that being said, see it right here. Oop, disconnected, and there's the wireless charger. Now we can move it to the side, make sure it's safe and no parts getting hurt today. Sweet. Next step, obviously what he's going to be using is a little micro saw. What he's going to be doing is cutting into the glass, not into the digitizer. In doing so, the way he'll be able to do that is get a piece of wire between 0.035 millimeters. As you can see here, he's already begun doing it, just to really get that glass separated from the digitizer itself. But with that being said, here's montage time. Last final steps. Here we are, and dude, it's got it completely off. Now what he does is he uses isopropyl alcohol, 70 to 99%, whatever you guys normally want to use. Takes it off easy peasy. Look at that glass, nice and off. So what he does here is he uses another tool. What that helps him do is really just get that last bit of adhesive off. As you can see, it looks super satisfying. And so then we can clean the digitizer even easier, and that way we can have a nice clean screen after. But anyways, another montage time. Sweet. Next step right here is exactly what she was going to be doing. She's just going to be grabbing a cloth, or it could just be a sponge as well, just really making sure that every single piece of that adhesive is gone. And we're going to be doing that with isopropyl alcohol. Once again, isopropyl alcohol is pretty much going to be your best friend when it comes to these types of repairs. So next step here is pretty simple. What we use is a little plastic piece of strip that comes from the actual glass screen replacements, because you got to peel it off obviously when it comes in. So with that being said, we use that to make sure to separate the digitizer from the actual housing in itself. Sweet. As you've seen, he's used the plastic strip just to go ahead and get that digitizer separated from the housing. Now what Chewy's going to do and show us right now is what flex cable to disconnect. That way we can just go ahead and get it separated, because if we don't do that, you're basically just going to rip the digitizer apart from that flex cable, and now you've got a ruined part. But see, nice and easy. Sweet. Another piece that Chewy's doing for us right now is just really cleaning up that digitizer, make sure there's no adhesive any way, shape, and form at all. We want to make sure all the adhesive is off as possible, so that way we basically have just a clean, fresh, new part. Sweet. Next step is we have the dust-free room, lucky enough to have it, so that way when we adhere the new glass onto that digitizer, there'll be no dust particles, no adhesive. It'll basically just look like a nice, fresh, new screen. Awesome. Next step you guys are going to see here is what we use to make sure that glass adheres evenly and perfectly onto the actual digitizer. See, presses it up, make sure it presses it evenly. After that, we take it out, see how it's going. No bubbles at all, perfectly crystal clear. Awesome. Sweet. Next step is putting it into the debubbler. What it does is just pressurizes it to make sure to remove if there is any air, but no air bubbles. Any air that's in there just gets pressured out, so then it is a nice uniform screen. See, now we got the final product. Awesome, sweet. Chewy's gonna do the last step. Obviously, quality check. We're not gonna give any sort of customer any type of bad screen. So with that being said, let's see if it works. Works perfectly. So with that being said, you guys, the first time me trying to do any of this type of voiceover, hopefully it made sense. Hopefully it's not too bad on your guys' ears. Like it, dislike it, love it, hate it. Yes, no, maybe so, I don't know. Let us know in the comments down below. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Here's Chewy just doing that double, triple check, because you already know we got to make sure this is right for the customer. With that being said, peace.